There was nothing to it. There was nothing behind it. No sinister paper trail. None of that stuff. Just keep in mind that after De La Hoya lost the first fight to Mosley, that he fired Bob Arum.
Do you have final thoughts on this, or are you speechless?
Well, you know, there's an old saying in boxing that goes back to a time when there were only a handful of champions, that it's not the title that makes the fighter, it's the fighter that makes the title. And that's why this is for a piece of the championship, as we say. If we needed any further evidence that the real heavyweight champions and the real top heavyweights were not in the ring tonight, we saw it tonight.
Well, Chris Byrd holds on to
that.
Go ahead.
Joe Louis was losing to Jersey Joe Walcott. After the fight, he didn't say anything. He just walked out of the ring. They gave him the decision, but he let it know, hey, I didn't win that one. Came back and won it fairly and squarely. But when a fighter stands up, that's integrity. We haven't seen a lot of that.
And you're saying Chris Byrd should have acknowledged the truth?
Well, at least tell it like it is.
Well, once again, we stand in an awkward position because Chris Byrd holds on to his heavyweight championship belt in a unanimous decision by relatively wide scores in a fight to which either we or the judges, take your pick, were completely blind. We'll have a final word on what happened in the ring here tonight in just a moment. Right now, let's look ahead to some upcoming programs on HBO.
On the next Real Sports.
A field of dreams, of sons and dads, of happiness and heartbreak. The Yankees' Jorge Posada, one of the best catchers in baseball, fulfilled his Cuban refugee father's dreams of greatness.
Given what your dad wanted, could you have been anything other than a ball player?
I don't think so.
But now, with his own son, he's dealing with a father's heartbreak.
His head was deformed.
Bryant Gumbel gets the story from behind the plate. Don't miss the Emmy Award-winning Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Premieres Tuesday at 10 on HBO.
Nothing is out of bounds.
They had what it takes to become heavyweight champion. Now these guys want to prove they have it too. HBO Boxing After Dark presents from around the world the next generation of heavyweight contenders. Undefeated hometown hero Baby Joe Messi is pumped in prime for rival DeVaro Williamson. Plus, heavy-hitting Juan Carlos Gomez seeks out surging undefeated Sinan Samil Sam. And Duncan Docky Worry feels destined to deliver the dangerous Dominic Quinn his first loss. 6 new heavyweight contenders, 3 big matches, 1 great night of boxing, and it all happens live. Saturday, September 27th at 10 on HBO Boxing After Dark.
Monday night, catch the latest installment of Sports of the 20th Century, The Curse of the Bambino, narrated by long-suffering Sox fan Ben Affleck. This film takes a look at the misery inflicted on Boston fans by their beloved Red Sox since the sale of Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees nearly 85 years ago. Each Wednesday night at 10, catch the premiere of Inside the NFL. Join hosts Bob Costas, Chris Collinsworth, Dan Marino, and Chris Carter as they bring you exclusive highlights from this week's games, as well as giving you the first in-depth look at next week's games. In addition, special correspondents Wanda Sykes, she's a beauty, and newcomer George Lopez offer their own unique perspectives on the big issues facing the league. Well, live here tonight at the glorious Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut, you saw a tactical battle with some hard punches between Chris Byrd and Fres Oquendo. Oquendo came in with a creative fight plan, executed it well, seemed to dominate the action. Byrd tried to catch him in the last few rounds. Byrd won a unanimous decision. Go figure. Next on HBO, stay tuned for Sex and the City on the East Coast and the premiere of The Tuxedo on the West Coast. So now for our entire HBO crew, I'm Tim Lampley saying so long from Connecticut. The executive producer of HBO Sports is Rick Bernstein. Tonight's edition of World Championship Boxing was produced by John Crystal. De La Hoya versus Mosley was produced by Dave Harmon, and both were directed by Mark Payton. Associate directors, Abtine Motilla, Joe Gonzalez, Thomas Odelfelt, and Brooks Silva Braga. Assistant to the producer, Greg Stern. Production managers, Mike Davis and John McCallie. Technical supervisor, Bob Hunter. Technical director, Doug Getz. And production coordinator, Tammy Cotel.
Celebrating 30 years of boxing, this has been a presentation of HBO Sports, the network of champions.
Groundbreaking, critically acclaimed, smash hits, HBO original series. And now, the summer finale of the HBO original series, Sex and the City.